Big shock in the boxing world on Saturday night when Dillian Whyte was KO'd in the 5th round by Alexander Povetkin for the WBC interim heavyweight title in Eddie Hearn's back garden. Dillian was doing really well in the fight, bossing the fight for the main part, controlling things with the jab and landing good shots to the body. And in the 4th round, he knocked Povetkin down twice with a hook and an uppercut to the chin. Povetkin looked like he was getting tired and was getting slowly broken down by Dillian. But then in the 5th round, Dillian switched off for a split second and got caught with a shot that none of us were expecting to land. What happened, in my view, is that Alexander Povetkin slipped on the inside, which for an orthodox fighter fighting another orthodox fighter is extremely dangerous. When you slip on the inside, you put yourself in danger of being hit with the right hand. And Dillian Whyte's right hand is no joke. But because he dipped so low, he was able to avoid the right hand completely. Now, usually when a fighter dips on the inside like this, the natural shot to throw is the left hook to the body. See Canelo Alvarez for a really good example of someone who dips to the inside and then throws the left shovel hook to the body. Really, really common to see. What Povetkin did, which none of us was expecting, was to dip extremely low and turn that left hook to the body. He feinted a left hook to the body, and then he came upstairs and switched it into an uppercut. That uppercut was one of the cleanest connecting punches from a heavyweight I've seen in a very long time. And that shot would have knocked out any of the top heavyweights, including Joshua, including Tyson Fury. It ended the fight. Dillian was unconscious before he hit the ground. And there's that uppercut. Comes straight up the middle. You can see Povetkin's arm is just completely engaged and slamming it up. I think that shot would only land 1 time out of 100 when you're swinging it so hard like that, but unfortunately for Dillian, it landed on that occasion and he woke up on his back. But I just want to touch on what I think he needs to do next time when he triggers the immediate rematch. What Dillian did wrong, in my opinion, was try to box too much with a boxer. Alexander Povetkin was an Olympic gold medalist in Athens 2004. He's been heavyweight champion of the world, and his only 2 losses are against Vladimir Klitschko and Anthony Joshua, who are both Olympic gold medalists and both have been unified heavyweight champions of the world. He has only lost against elite tier boxers from amateur boxing pedigree. Dillian Whyte has a really, really good chance of beating Alexander Povetkin in the rematch, but he needs to touch back onto the old performances that we've seen from him before, where he's more brutal, more savage, more aggressive, letting shots go. I would not try to outbox a former Olympic gold medalist if I only had 7 amateur fights. So I think Dillian needs to adjust his game plan there. Certainly some element of boxing needs to be involved, because as I mentioned on my Instagram prediction, which was wrong by the way, Dillian has a massive reach advantage over Alexander Povetkin. Dillian's arms are extraordinarily long, so his game plan has to involve the jab in some way. It's one of his key advantages in that rematch. But on the other hand, trying to be clever and tippy-tap around someone who is an Olympic gold medalist, comes from the Russian amateur boxing system, when you are a brawler from Brixton essentially, is only going to end with you wearing yourself down mentally, not being able to keep that concentration for the full 12 rounds. And when you lose that concentration for a split second, that's when Povetkin can turn your lights out. We've seen him do it to David Price, we saw him do it to Dillian Whyte on Saturday night. So I will predict that Dillian Whyte will get the rematch, hopefully it's in the UK, and hopefully he stops Alexander Povetkin in good fashion in the rematch. But I think he needs to focus on a game plan that involves stopping him with power shots to the body, instead of a game plan that involves trying to outbox the superior technical boxer.